Okay, before we get into the mod showcase and overview, I'm just going to make a quick announcement. My Discord server that I inhabit on the Fallout 76 thing, you might have seen the links in the description before. Basically, there's a giveaway going on, and it goes to, there's a Fallout 76 copy going to whoever invites the most people who joins that server. So if you want to go ahead and click down on that link to actually make me win that, because I've already pre-ordered Fallout 76, so what I can do with that, shut up Ada, is actually do a giveaway on this channel, because yeah, who doesn't want a free copy of Fallout 76, right? Yeah, so click that link and make me win, and then yeah, you'll be in the running to actually win a copy of Fallout 76. Good times. Alright, let's get on to the video. G'day, this is Captainoob unveiling yet another companion mod that I've created. This one is going to be on Ella. She's on the thumbnail, you know what I'm talking about. I've just got Winter here just so we can actually show everything off as playing as a different character, as to not confuse you all. Anyway, so here we are in the robotics disposal ground. This is where you'll find her. Those are some of the surrounding well-known places, just for reference. Concord, Museum of Freedom, all that stuff there. So it's in a very accessible area even to new players. Anyways, what you do, open this little door here, and there you go, you'll find Ella in here. She'll go ahead and initiate dialogue with you when you stand close enough, and you can talk to her and recruit her just like normal. But you're probably wondering about what else this mod adds instead of, you know, just a basic companion. Well, I'll go over those just now. So around this room you'll find a various amount of weapons, including, firstly, we've got the auto hunting rifle. We've also got an auto deliverer pistol that works with the commando perk. We've also got a railway repeater. We've got a spiker shotgun here. And we've also, for our last conventional weapon, we've got the plasma rupturer rifle, which is actually quite interesting. I want to spend a little bit more time with this one because I'm actually quite proud of what I've actually created here. Anyways, you'll also find longbow grenades, including plasma. We've also got some nuka grenades, and there's also some pulse grenades, and there's a frag grenade hidden around here somewhere, so well hidden that I cannot remember even where I put it. I just got it then. You also find a few ammo boxes and some medical supplies and a concealed stealth boy, and I'll get to those in just a second. Righto, going over the weapons, this is the automatic hunting rifle, and when thinking about or brainstorming what weapons I should give Ella, I looked at the vanilla companions from the base game, and the railroad one obviously has a hunting rifle on him, which is not very good, so I've actually made this weapon a little bit more useful when I put it in automatic form. It does fire slowly, so I'm kind of like inspired from the bar, but obviously there's a combat rifle already in the game, so this is going to be like a cobbled together bar thing with just a weird bolt on the side for some reason. You're just going to have to fill in the blanks there. And if, yeah, it makes about as much sense as a pipe rifle from the game, so sure, I'm sure it'll fit in quite well. We've also got an auto deliverer. Not really too much to say about this. You can modify it though, so you can actually get a suppressor and a better receivers and all that on this. Moving over to our Spiker LMG here, this is going to be our railway repeater. I've got a 44 Magnum sight on the top. We've got just a regular stock recoil compensating stock from the railway rifle there. We've got a minigun barrel on the front, and just in between all of those barrels that is actually a gamma gun signal repeater that gives us our fast automatic form. Unfortunately, because of how the objects work, and this is mainly PS4 limitations, the barrel doesn't spin when you fire it, so you're just going to have to suspend your disbelief for that. But as you can tell, it fires very fast. Doesn't have as much recoil as the standard version, simply because it'd be a little bit unusable. So yeah, we'll move on from that. This is going to be the Spiker. It's basically a double barrel shotgun with a long barrel for the railway rifle on that. You've also got the bayonet on there for good close quarters capabilities, and since when you aim down sights with this thing it blocks your screen, I've just added a little bit of a scope in there. Maybe you can pretend that little circle is the scope there, even though it's sort of bendy. But yeah, we've also got the recoil compensating stock from the shotgun there, just to make it look a little bit more high-tech, I suppose, a little bit more metal in that. And when you fire it, it reloads exactly like a basic sort of double barrel shotgun. It has heavy damage to offset the drop in the projectiles and also the inaccuracy of it. So it works out pretty well. Now this one is my favorite here. This one's just a basic plasma rifle. You can't modify it because I don't want you to. And it's if you're familiar with the Borderlands series, and we'll get to another Borderlands thing in a second, but you've got slag weapons in that game, right? And what happens is when you slag people, I should say, not swag people, that'd be horrible. They go in a certain color of blue and they take more damage. Now obviously these are basic mole rats, so we're probably not going to see that effect on them, but if I happen to shoot one and it has that purple, yeah, they actually glow purple when I shoot them with this, but not after they die, so we'll put this on the shelf for now. But basically the other standalone weapons consist of a few forms of longbow grenades, and again from this is a sort of thing from Borderlands. Basically, you've got the grenade there. I need to equip it first. When you equip it, all you need to do is just hold down the grenade button like normal. And as you can tell, it's going to be flying on a straight trajectory and very quickly, just like your good old longbow grenades. So yeah, makes it a little bit easy to use grenades, I suppose. And I kind of like longbow grenades in Borderlands. They're very, very fun to use. Okay, let's give this slagging gun a go because I feel like I need to show it off a little bit more. Righto, so here we are outside of that legendary sentry bot farming spot there, and there is an Annihilator Mark II sentry bot there. As you can tell, he's pretty tough. So what we want to do is take note of his damage resistances there when we shoot him. As you can tell, he's a little bit purple there, and now he has negative damage resistances, so we can actually do more damage to him, which is good. Now this effect actually lasts for 15 seconds, so that gives you plenty of time to switch to another weapon if you feel like it, and you know, take him down with something else. So I'm just going to wait for this effect to wear off in a second. Okay, so now it's back. We're just going to shoot him once with this, and we can see the damage actually changed on him. So 177 for that slag, and he's got more panels knocked off, so we'll probably do a little bit more damage anyways. But yes, 276. So he indeed does take more damage from this, as indicated by his negative stats in his damage resistances there. So yeah, quite a good slagging weapon. Not exactly a Pimpernel quality slagging weapon, but I kind of like it. Now, if this wasn't constricted to PS4, I'd definitely change all of the greens and yellows to this to a nice purple. I'd also make the projectiles purple, but I have altered the sound a little bit, so hopefully that makes it a little bit more unique feeling. I've also given it a different barrel. I've copied the improved long barrel and just made it fire a projectile that moves a little bit faster, just so it's a little bit more viable when it comes to sniping. So the gadget that Allah uses, and you can use too, as you saw, I picked this up before. But anyways, it's a concealed stealth boy, which activates whenever you crouch and sneak around. So it's kind of like a Chinese stealth suit. It does take up the ring slot, so if you want to wear your wedding rig and this at the same time, then you can't. And it actually activates when you're also in combat too, so it'll sort of cloak Allah as she goes into combat, which is good. So it does mess up your aim a little bit if you are invisible though. You could use a scope to actually fix that. But anyways, when you actually go into combat, and what we'll do here is just aggro Hancock, because he's a disgusting ghoul who needs his face punched in. Okay, so now we are in combat. As you can tell, the stealth field activated when we did that. So, and if we go ahead and put our arms away, he comes down and we come out of our cloak there. So it's kind of like how an enemy with a stealth boy sort of cloaks himself with a stealth boy every time they enter combat, but it does that automatically. So yeah, it's also got a 99% stealth field too, so it's very strong. So if you want to have a sneaky character that uses anything that they want to wear and not Chinese stealth armor, then this is a nice alternative for that. So that's all of your weapons talked about. We'll go ahead and show you how to actually make this thing work on PS4, because sometimes it's a little bit complicated, and I like to add this bit for people who may not be in the know on how to actually use these mods. Okay, so first thing you want to do is grab the Followers Extended mod, which adds 20 mod rings to your game. You'll find them here in Red Rocket. It's just the basic Red Rocket just out of Sanctuary. You just need to find this little statue or whatever that rocket is here. You'll find this ammo crate here. This contains the recruit rings. All you need to do is take one. If you've already installed my other mods, then yeah, there's 20 more rings for you to take if you feel like having multiple companions at the same time. So now that we have the ring, we can return to... What the hell is that doing there? No, you get out of here. I'm going to crit you. That's for interrupting my video, you prick. Okay, So now with all that out of the way, we can return to Ella and give her the ring, and we can recruit her without the use of scripting, which makes it work on PS4, you see. So if you're a PS4 player, you'll go through a dialogue pretty much as normal, but when you actually get to where you recruit her on the PC or Xbox One where there's scripting, you can actually sort of, you enter a trade menu, and that'll allow you to actually give and equip that companion ring on her, which is nice. So we'll just quickly get to that. Righto, now that we have her recruited in some sort of hold-up thing, I think this is sort of gotten from. But anyways, she is now our follower. She crouches when we do. But in terms of actually dismissing her on PS4, that's been impossible until now. Now, if I do this right, someone actually told me that you can actually sort of, dismiss them even without, or just by taking off the ring. Now, she is still following us. Her AI is still following us, even though we've taken off the ring. And that means if we do attack her too much, she will attack us and kill us. And if we actually want to shake off that aggro, we can't, because she'll just be teleporting and following us around too. So that's kind of scary. So we don't want that. So what you want to do is just grab your armor rack and then find out where you put your ring. Equip that ring onto your armor rack. And then all you need to do after that is scrap it. And there we go. Ella is no longer your companion anymore. As you can tell, she's walking off. She's not following me. So there, that is your workaround. That is how you get the companions to work properly. Now, what this means is that you will require, I think that's the Wasteland Workshop DLC to get that to work, because I use a touchpad. That's actually how you can get rid of it without actually uninstalling the mod. So if we do that to our other PS4 companions, we can have the same thing. And now, since she's been told to stay at Sanctuary Hills, she'll stay here. But I imagine if you want to use this on PS4, she'll go right back to where she was in the start. So she'll probably just hang out in the shack where she usually is. But there you go, that's a workaround. I haven't been able to find a workaround until this time. I'll give credit to whoever actually does this. The name escapes me right now, but I'll find that comment who actually found that out, and I'll post it on the annotation. There'll probably just be some text down below right now. But yes, I'm going to find out who they are. If you manage to comment on this video, you've earned yourself a love and a pin there. So thank you very much for pointing that out. That's actually genius. But there you go. That was the Ella Companion mod. Just an overview of that. If you download it, please let me know if there are any bugs, and let me know what you like and dislike about this mod, so that I might change it for the better in the future. Also, any suggestions you might have too, because when you make a companion mod or a few companion mods with all of these crazy standalone weapons, you do sort of run out of ideas in your own brain. So yeah, be sure to let me know if you want to see anything. I'm thinking slag grenades. I probably should have done that right, but then would anyone use the plasma rifle slagging thing? Who knows? But yeah, that might be an update I add in the future. So download links in the description if you want this. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and also cheers for the 3Ks. Thanks, guys.